Hi, I'm Del James, and I'm the band's authorized biographer. I've been involved with Guns N' Roses for as long as I've been in California, which is 7 years. I guess that would make it about 85 that I initially hooked up with them. And when I moved out, I went to a building that said for rent, and that was a pad West Arkeen was living in, and Axl was crashing on his floor, and Duff was living next door. So while we were walking through this pad, Wesley came out and he asked me if I drank, and back then I did. So I spent like the weekend there, and those became my first and only friends in California.
Our friend Wes had passed out on a Thorazines, and I didn't have a place to crash, and Del said I could come crash at their place.
Came about on a night where Axl called me when he was still living with his girlfriend, who later on became his wife, Erin Everly, at about 4 o'clock in the morning and said, dude, you have to come over here.
He started writing this story kind of based off my relationship, and he used that kind of like for inspiration.
Essentially, the short story is about a rock star who was inspired by Axl, who writes a song called Without You about the woman who he loves but he can't really have.
A relationship of singer and a woman and a huge rock band.
Well, Axe came up with a skeletal version of it when the band was just formed, and he came up with a piano version of it, but there was never any band version of it.
Very little, maybe once or twice. It was such a long song. It was like, wow, this is really. It was kind of hard to put together, really, for Guns N' Roses, you know. Because it was like, all of a sudden, there's Axl playing piano. It was like totally new and different to Slash and Duff.
It's not an easy song to play as a rock and roll band. It's like heavy guitars and bass and drums and, you know, all this loud shit, because it's a real gentle song.
When we went in to do the album, it was coming down between that and Sweet Child, and I knew November Rain wasn't done. I didn't really want anybody to help me write it. And at the same time, I knew that it was going to take a lot of work to do what I wanted to do, and I really didn't feel capable, and that the people around me were capable of understanding what I was trying to do, and that there was enough time to do it. So we decided to save it.
We're just so much more of a band now. You know, when I came into the band, it was like we went right into the album, you know. I mean, I think like the next album is going to be the fucking shit.
Right now, when we do it live, there's Axl's playing the piano, of course, and then other than myself, Teddy is playing keyboards too. I'm playing bass pedals too, so it's like the equivalent of like 4 keyboard parts going.
In the studio, you would say how many?
I don't remember offhand. It was like more than 30. Let's just put it that way.
My role, I think I'm just like probably one of the ushers, probably. Yeah, to the wedding. I don't know, man. You have to ask Axe. This whole video's in his mind. This concept.
So you're gonna give us the ring?
I know, dude.
Okay,
They didn't tell me that till today.
We didn't know it.
And I was just like,
Really?
do a ring thing?
Roll, please.
Walking down the
We're also
aisle.
going to roll with that high angle, guys, on this
Everyone
shot.
was seated when I came walking down the aisle. Tell me that's not some nerve.
No one stood up.
No one stood up. They were sitting there.
You're supposed to stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of friends you buy over here?
We paid him.
What, you get them all wasted before the wedding there?
There's nothing wrong with a sit-down wedding.
Where's that pesky towel?
Mic up. How's my mic up?
Slash, you need a towel?
I swear to God, man, I'm gonna give you a fucking documentary crew, guys. Watch yourselves. How much does it need to go?
It was difficult, but I think we did a good job of bringing a certain subtleness to the song from the usual brashness of what Guns N' Roses is.
He's a lot more drums. He's a lot more toms. I set up more tom-toms. Because Axl said to me, he said, kind of want to make this song like Nigel Olsson type drumming, right? And I went, yeah, Nigel Olsson from Elton John's original band.
I knew the only reason I couldn't get it recorded right is if I couldn't gather enough belief in the song, in the people around me, to take the time and put the effort into getting it right on tape.
It was frightening to be around them. There was so much insanity, you know, that was brought upon by their love and their insecurities that it inspired me to write this short story called Without You. This is before Appetite for Destruction was released.
One of the things about the story is that it was about this band that gets huge, and all of a sudden it dawned on me, you know, just like, how could we ever really imitate that or afford to do it? You know, why don't we just use our band?
I play with my chorus on the whole song. I play a lot with a lot more, should I say, finesse.
Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, that type of thing. Big fills, just big, huge tom fills. Trademarks back on those albums was the way he played the same fill a bunch of times. So if you listen to November Rain, it's like the same tom fill about 25 times. It never really it varies slightly, but it's pretty much a signature fill, you know what I mean? So that's basically the most different thing I did from the album. And it's the only time that Axl ever said, play it sort of like this.
Eventually, I wrote the theme song to the story.
It puts him on top of the rock and roll world, but it also is his damnation.
I wrote it about my own life. And
Listening to what he wrote about her, you know, I can't live with you and I can't live without you.
it's actually the song Estranged.
I wrote this story after the night that I spent with Axl and kind of showed it to him, you know, kind of uncomfortably, you know, what do you think of this?
It's based around a song that this guy writes when it's over in his relationship and what happens. And I wrote that song, you know, and I wasn't even planning. After I wrote it, I called Dylan and go, dude, I wrote the song for it. And I'd never planned on that, never even thought of that. Just, it ended up fitting together, and I was on a different track, but the two came together.
After I showed the short story to Axl, kind of helped him finish the song Estranged, especially the verses that say the words without you.
It's the last words of the last verse in Estranged. It just came about, it just fit. You know, it was not planned. It just fit, and all of a sudden I was like, no way.
Do you know what we're shooting tonight? What's going on here tonight?
No. Yeah, some wedding scene, but I don't know exactly what's going on.
If we want to get Steph going down tight without the girl, I don't need to rejig lighting for that. We can shoot that in this way.
Stephanie wants to wear that by chance. She doesn't have to. I just thought it was green. She might like to wear it. I don't know if it would fit. Tell her I'm wearing one kind of like it.
Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
You want to do tight stuff?
Hey guys,
right?
just
That's not a
fuck
problem.
off, okay?
That's not a
Fuck
problem.
off out of my face. I'm serious. Fuck off.
Go, guys. Pardon me. Is that Indian food?
Light the candle, please. Light the candle.
Oh, sorry.
Pardon me. Oh, excuse me.
Anybody got your spare lighters out? We get this done quicker.
All right, this is picture, guys. Walk away. Go, go. Bye. Montana's a good place. Bye. Thank you. No, get away from the loom crane. Please.
Stephanie and Axel, you have come here freely and without reservation to give yourselves to one another, each in love and harmony in marriage. Will you love and honor each other as man and wife for the rest of your days?
Yeah, that's a friend of mine, Gian Antonio. Yeah, he's great. He's great. And I knew when I met him, the day I met him, that he should play this part if he wanted to. And that was a really heavy story in itself. That was when we ended up shooting at the church we ended up shooting at. I had no idea that was one of the last places he had ever, 8 years ago, done services.
Come up here for a minute.
San Antonio, this is my friend Louis.
Louis, how are you?
San Antonio.
Piacere.
How are you doing?
Very well, Louis, thank you.
Stepping on someone's foot.
Louis is in pain.
There
We
go.
can help you.
He just added such a sense of warmth.
All right. Going, no?
And the right sense of spirit that we wanted to have present there. So it was very special for me and him.
It's kind of sad that Izzy is no longer around. I miss him. But I'm glad Gilby is around now.
Gilby's awesome. Gilby's like so mellow. When Gilby, when Gilby joined the band, and it was brought up, I wasn't into it at all because Gilby had kind of been, in the early days, considered, at least in my mind and in girls' minds, as like Izzy's rival.
I was one of Izzy's first friends when he came to LA.
I didn't know what Gilby was into or what Gilby was doing. I didn't know Gilby personally, but it was just a name you always heard. And there was this other guy that I'd met that I always thought was Gilby.
Izzy was a drummer back then. Yeah, we even talked about that, like, maybe me, Izzy. We had another friend called Chris. It was all part of the thing of doing a band together and stuff,
He was cool, but I didn't want to work with him, and that wasn't who Gilby was. I never knew that.
If I have to cop to anything, I was kind of hesitant about replacing Izzy because I just couldn't see it happening, and I was wrong.
No, I never played with Izzy. He wasn't a very good drummer. So probably playing guitar was a better idea.
Gilby does a killer job, and he's just such a likable sort.
We love Izzy, but there were certain things we weren't getting from Izzy that we really wanted, and everybody was like giving a certain amount, and we felt that everybody should, give energy in a certain way to Guns N' Roses, and we weren't getting that.
I mean, I like it. I really like it. It's like I always liked their music from day one. And, to be playing it now, it's like I almost like feel as if, when I'm playing it, it's not faking it. It's like I enjoy it and I like it. It's like, I wish I would have wrote that song.
Gilby came in and learned all the songs and got out there on stage and liked performing for the crowd and liked running around.
I'll walk to the side of the stage and they'll go, Izzy! Yeah, Izzy, go! And I go, fine.
When I went down to the studio, right before we went on tour, to see this person play, knowing that like it pretty much, you know, we had to go with this person or we were fucked.
They give me the records and they give me the list, so every day I had to learn different songs. But the funny thing is you go in, like I'd go in to learn the songs and I'd go, is this right? And so I would go, I don't know.
When I walked in and he was playing Coma and rocking out, it was just like, it's a done deal. There's nothing I can say, it's perfect.
What is your role tonight in November Rain?
I have no fucking idea, man. I don't know what time we're starting. I don't know what time we're leaving. I don't know what time we get here tomorrow. I don't know. I like it that way, though. I don't know. I have no idea. Third wind time.
7 o'clock in the morning. Let me go home.
Would you stop?
Get the point.
I love doing videos. I live for this.
What are you doing up with yourself?
This is the kiss. Lots of tongue. Now, Kelly, what we have to engineer for this kiss is to make sure this valve is back. Otherwise, we won't see Steph. I don't know how we do that, but we must engineer that.
It's gone back up again.
The background, because I'll fix
And the
that.
same with that bow. That's right. If wardrobe could just actually give that little twist down or something, you see, so it doesn't come up between them.
No, it's nice actually.
It's actually beautiful, the frame. All the way she leant in, and all that, all wonderful angles. Okay. Right, we need one last check on position, then tassels and flashes can go in then.
Sex is also his damnation. The world might perceive a superstar having everything, all the luxuries, but it's simple things like love and relationships that at times are the hardest to keep.
And it freaks me out to be acting these parts out with Stephanie when some of the situations are based off things that happened in another relationship.
When we were coming up with the treatment for the script, we had to cast the female.
You guys on the dock crew? It's kind of random. I just started firing.
Just kind of.
It's fucked up.
I got my switchblade.
I've gone for 2 or 3 different angles because when we did the count, that's great, isn't it?
It's cute. It's very
I like the spin.
Yeah. And the first one we did?
What was that little skateboard kick with the dresser?
I don't know, when she...
I liked that. I'm a genius.
Come into the church. This is our location. This is a church. Terribly expensive church. Extras.
George!
Lights.
Art department. I need to get some flowers to cover that bar.
Even a fake priest. Director of photography. Let me show you something really interesting. TV monitor. That shows you exactly how many extras we got. And what cheap bastards we are.
Given him a charge over the earth, or who has disposed of the whole world. All flesh perishes together. So even he that governed the right.
Throughout his self-destruction, finally builds up the courage to try to sing the song to his beloved who is in heaven, knowing that she can hear it if he can get through it. But as any good story, it has a twist. Now he has to make a choice, and hopefully the videos will resolve that answer.
I was in the coffin for a while, awake.
Don't Cry, which was beautiful, kind of segued into Without You.
Then if budget allows, we'll film the next parts of the story.
We have a little giggle thing happening. When the guy started fumbling with words, when he went, I lost it.
I know, but we're hating life now, and we got to do it again, right?
No.
Stephanie fell asleep in the coffin.
But I was holding perfectly my position. I had to keep my neck up, and I had to stay in line with the metal that was across my face.
Can't tell you, but it's just a horrible mess. If we would have not had the split casket, it would have been disgusting. We didn't want to offend any child viewers' eyes.
It's strange because I woke up, and it was over, and I realized that I was dreaming, that I'd fallen asleep.
Something I never want to see. You know, I mean, to make the video, yeah, but reality would be like my worst nightmare.
Farmer's Market waiting for Warren to show up.
Oh, so I don't need to take him to the second location, over?
Eventually we'll have to, but I think we can cover that down here.
Okay, you got it covered then. I'm gonna load up here and take the DP and the key grip and the gaffer and all that, and I'm out of here, over?
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Kelly,
Yeah, go.
So is it?
what time do you want Axel up at Greystone?
Stand by, just 1 minute.
So we're done for.
I'm thinking 4:30 or so. Just confirm that with Andy, 4:30, something like that.
Standing on the corner of Fairfax and Oakwood.
Well, what's happened is last night, after our 22-hour day, 23-hour day, but great footage, though. Excellent footage. That's what we're looking for.
Who do you think will win the Lakers game?
Who are playing?
I don't know, just something to talk about for these fucking dickheads.
Oh! They're playing somebody. Somebody has lost a tie.
They decided to go to do Damiano's instead of shooting the Greystoke location, grab this quick shot, and I tried to explain to them that it wouldn't be a quick shot, but that's okay. You know, I just follow orders.
We were gonna hang out at the pizza parlor and order a bit of pizza, have a bit of Coca-Cola, maybe some beers, and shoot the breeze a little, and you know, just shoot.
That was going to be in the video.
It's gonna be in the video, yeah.
Pizza scene.
Yeah, shoot some pizza, yeah.
He said, you know, we're taking a risk. So we got in trouble here. We couldn't pull this one off, so we're going back to Greystoke to shoot Axel's bedroom.
No, it's not gonna be in the video right now. Basically, because we have to finish on the other location at 9 o'clock. If we don't wrap out now, we won't get anything done today.
And that will be the end of the video until we go to Oklahoma. And they'll probably pick up these shots at another date, a later date. I don't know when.
But no, Stephanie.
So that's the scoop. How much you get paid for this?
What's going to be shot up at the next location up at Greystone?
A nightmare. Axel having a nightmare.
Is anyone starring in that nightmare?
Yep.
Also, on the flip side of this, there's things in the visuals that I might necessarily not have written that, you know, people will give me credit for, you know, and it kind of makes me feel uncomfortable, you know. If someone sees the video, then reads my story and feels let down, I apologize.
Dirt. It was in a bag. Did you see that? A dirt bag.
You're going. Your history is fucked off.
You know what? They did something that was really interesting I never thought about was playing live. We actually played live while we were doing the video. That was very cool because you get into it a little bit more. Because I've done lots of videos and I always just, you know, pretended and posed. And that was cool. That gave you a little extra energy every time, you know.
Like I said, we never approached.
And this definitely was.
Every day, somebody different was coming up to my amp and just standing beside my amp. Like I'm sitting there like learning the songs and playing, you know, and there's somebody different every day standing by my amp going. So it's like I always have this feeling that somebody's listening to everything I'm doing. All the time with them, I'm just waiting for one day to say, you missed a note. We're gonna have to send you home.
Well, this is the same studio, and it was after Guns moved out, and I was still with the Wild, and Mary's band moved in to the same little studio, and you know, we'd been living there for a year and a half, and there was no shower. There was like a faucet in the parking lot for a hose.
On film or something, I'm fucking like pumped up or some shit. Cause I look at myself and I go, whoa, fucking guy's big. Who is that? Huge. People come up to me and they go, no, you're not him. He wears a headband, man. He's fucking much bigger than you.
I believe it was the same trip in New York. We played the Limelight acoustically, or like semi-acoustically, and everybody was so fucking drunk. Slash fell off the stage, I think, like 3 times. Stevie fell off his drum set. Izzy just like fell over. The only people left on the stage was Axl and myself.
Check this out, come here. That's a Mark special setup. Mark ding dongs,
I noticed.
Alright, and then I'll try to get tomorrow. You like that? I'm amazed. I haven't seen those since I was in 6th grade.
I just got them tonight for these guys.
It's a what special?
It's Mark special.
You're Mark? I take it.
Right.
Hi, Greg. Nice to meet you.
That's even flash.
Look at the wild hair on that conductor, too. You guys do Perfect Crime? They're thinking about it.
He was in a lot of personal pain, which hurts me because he's my friend. And we put this thing in and just were mind fucked by it, man. It was beyond a rock video, if you know what I mean. And although he was like hurting, the first question out of my mouth was, can we see that again?
I had a weird thing for them. They just made me feel high, they made me feel good. So when they asked me if I wanted to do their video, it was really something that I felt excited about.
We're just trying to finish off. And then we're going to do the next bit of the backing singers, and then Matt drums.
Mabayo? No. Stop with this thing already, will you? All I'm doing is eating. All I'm doing is eating. I mean, there can't possibly be any merit to this. The merits of filming or no, whatever. You're great. What's that point?
Good to see you. You look very sharp, man. You look very nice. Daniel? Yeah. Nice to meet you. I'm Doug. It's a pleasure. You looking good, man.
Thanks.
This is the first time you've been dressed up since what do they call that when you get your thing cut off? Oh, it's a circumcision, right?
Yep.
What do you call it though? A bris? A bris. A brie. A brie's a cheese. That's what you get under the skin if you don't get it cut. Right? A brie is the cheese that you get under your dick if you don't get the shit cut. So it's good to have you all taken care of.
Later, Doug.
Nice, man. See you later, Zach.
The total lunkheads that we are, we never thought about building a shower. She moves in like one day, she sets up a shower, like goes to the hardware store, comes back with all this stuff, tools and everything, and like sets up a shower, and hooks it up to the faucet out in this parking lot, and puts like a crate there to stand on. And I was like, whoa, no way, we have a shower. Like, how come we never thought of that? Like a year and a half later, right? And so I was like so excited, man. I just like stripped down naked, cruised over there. So it's like, it's just in the middle of it. I mean, it's out in the open. I'm standing there naked, taking a shower. And this other girl that's singing for the band pulls around and she's like, how you doing? Hi. And like 2 minutes later, Mary pulled up with the stuff that she went to the store to build the curtain.
All right, guys. Burn me?
Walking right now.
Get out of here, man.
Much sooner, right? That's what you're gonna say. Much sooner.
Much sooner, guys.
You're trying to get rid of these people. We paid them good money to hang out and act like we were great.
You guys have been a great fake audience, though. Thank you very much.
You guys all deserve a love.
Thank you. I feel real Bob Geldof right now.